What's up, guys? Ryan Pineda here. We've got another episode of Ask Ryan, and I've got a co-host on today's episode, Charlie Chang. We're here filming at my podcast, so I figured it's a good time to ask him some of these questions as well. If you're new to the series, this is where you send me questions on Instagram, and we answer them live here on YouTube. So, Charlie, dude, we got some good questions today. All right, first question comes from Isaac199X. What would you do if you were 18 years with the knowledge you have now and 1K?
What I would do is just buy a lot of books, read a lot of books, and just like really focus on my self-improvement. I think that's like the thing that I didn't do for a long time. I actually started doing that like, I think when I was like 26, 27.
Right.
But if I had done that earlier, I for sure would have seen success way, way, way faster.
Right.
Yeah.
For me, I think $1,000 like isn't anything.
Yeah.
So I would do a couple of things. One, I would go try and get around successful people, right? Go work for them for free, do whatever. Yeah. Whoever's in the industry you want to be in. And in fact, like we talked about on our podcast, you can explore multiple industries going that way. The second thing I would do is try and get more than $1,000. Just because you have $1,000 in your bank account doesn't mean you have $1,000. Like I got started maxing out credit cards. You can go apply for credit cards. You can go get other people's money to help fund your side hustle, whatever, right? Like I remember one of my employees, he didn't have a lot of money, he just started working for me, and he was like, hey, I want to go flip cars. He didn't have all the money to go flip cars. I'm like, I'll fund it. Like, you want to go hustle and do it? I'll do it. And
I didn't even know you could do that, right? So starting something like that with other people's money, that's so smart.
Yeah, if you're 18 and you have $1,000, don't think that I'm limited to what I currently have. I'd be like, dude, go find other people who have what you don't have.
That's smart.
Yeah. I mean, even me today, that's all I do. Like, I just bought a $20 million apartment. I don't have $20 million, but guess what? I found people who do.
OPM.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next question's from Nate Montez. What was your biggest mistake and what did you learn? You go first.
All right. So we talked about this in the podcast, but I think the biggest mistake in business, at least, was my clothing company, where I spent like $25,000 making a product, so much time and effort just like perfecting the product, and then I like didn't know marketing was a thing. So I spent literally $0 in marketing, and as a result, like I didn't get any sales, right? So that company obviously failed. So after that, I was like, okay, marketing is the only thing you need to be doing if you want to have a successful product or company.
Right. I always say this, the best product doesn't win, the best marketer wins.
Yeah.
And so you spent so much time creating the product and the plan to have this beautiful shirt and
the website,
great designs,
all that stuff.
And you were like, why is no one visiting?
All that stuff doesn't even matter, right? Like all those little things people don't care about as much. Yeah. You need to get those eyeballs first.
Bro, when I see people sell these NFTs and like any of their merch or whatever, it's just like, what are people paying for again? It's just the marketer. He's just so good at selling it. Yeah. For me, my biggest mistake was actually kind of the advice I just gave for the 18-year-old. I believed that I needed all this cash to start investing in real estate. And so I literally, I got licensed. I got licensed in 2010, and I didn't flip my first house until 2015. Okay. Because I thought, I got to save hundreds of thousands of dollars, and until then, I can't flip. Because you got to buy cash. Yeah. And it just wasn't true. The moment I learned about hard money and other people's money, I was like, dude, I could do this right now. And
leverage.
Yeah, right? leverage. And so that was my biggest mistake, is that I waited 5 years to start because I thought I needed something else. And now I've learned in my life, literally, you could do anything today. You seriously can.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it today if you find the right person to help you out. That's it.
I love it.
All right. Luis Tanya asks, would you recommend to any beginning real estate investors to get their real estate license? You've got your license. What do you think?
I have a license. I think it's a great license to have. I think you'll learn a lot about real estate getting it. And if you want to save some money on the commission, you can represent yourself on your first purchase. But I don't think it's super necessary if you want to get into real estate investing.
Yeah. I get this question a lot. For me, I got licensed first and then I became an investor later. And it's fine. Like you said, if you want to use it to comp properties, to save commissions, to list your properties, that's cool. I got no problem with that. What I do have a problem with is when people say, oh, well, I can't get started until I get my license.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, bro, you're a real estate investor, right? Your goal is not to be like a millionaire listing agent. You're not trying to be Ryan Serhant. Okay.
Most big investors don't even have the real estate license, right?
I'm not even licensed anymore.
You gave up your license,
right?
Yeah.
So it's just like, if you're thinking that real estate investing is the career, but you can't start until you're licensed, to me, it makes no sense. So you don't need it to start, but it's not bad to have.
Yeah.
Jake asked, at the present moment, what tasks do you personally handle and which do you delegate?
Ooh, so I'm very not good at delegating, which is the complete opposite of you.
You're the solopreneur.
I'm the solopreneur, but trying to get to your level with delegating. So I have a video editor. I feel like any tasks which I feel like most people think they have to do everything, right? Like,
yeah,
but you don't. Like, even like scripting videos, even like editing, all that stuff can be delegated. So I'm trying to put more people on my payroll. And I'm actually playing this game right now where every month I like add up all the hours of my contractors, and I try and like increase that every single month.
Right.
So I'm trying to like really do that.
I love that. Yeah. You know, it's funny. We're talking about this today here in Austin. We're trying to do more videos. It's the same thing. I'm like, how do I help my guys make more money? You know, if my editors get more videos to edit, they're going to make more money.
Right.
If we get more AdSense and do some more sponsors and stuff because we get more viewers, you know, all my team makes more money. Like, this is great. How do we do this? For me, this is a tough question, Jake, of what task do I handle? What do I delegate? I delegate probably like 99% of my life.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's just, I don't want to do anything. If I didn't have to drink this water myself, if I could get like a servant to be like, yo, here it is, Ryan, like I can sense you're thirsty, I'd be totally with it. But you know, I'm not at that level yet. So where's actually my assistant, Gabe? We need to get him back in here. In fact, we are here at FinCon. This is how delegation at the next level works. I'm filming with you, right? But I can't be at FinCon at the same time. But guess what? My team is there learning. Like, I'm like, you guys need to go learn and tell me the bullet points of what you learned.
That's so funny.
So like, that's delegating to another level. But also, it just like in all aspects of life, right? I think it starts with delegating the parts you suck at and that you hate. So editing, I've never edited a video. I couldn't, dude. My mind melts if I look at Premiere Pro.
Right.
The switchers and stuff they've got, I don't know how to use them, dude. One of my guests was like, Ryan, how does this work? And I was like, well, let me show you. And I start clicking it.
I don't know either.
And I broke it. So
what? That's funny.
It just was like, I don't know what I did.
Yeah.
So point is, you don't have to be an expert in everything.
No.
You just need an expert to help you.
Yeah.
Also, I think you start delegating tasks that are way below your level. And so it's like, dude, are you doing a $10 an hour task, but your time's worth, you know, $30 an hour? Why would you do that?
All right. Doesn't make any sense.
Why are you still folding clothes and like, you know, run in to get coffee? That takes 30 minutes to go get a coffee, dude.
Yeah.
That's valuable time.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I literally try to delegate everything that I either suck at, I don't enjoy, or is below my hourly rate. And almost everything is below my hourly rate. So it's like, I got to delegate.
So that's why you're delegating everything.
Yeah, because it just doesn't make sense to do it.
And you can move like at the speed of light.
Yeah.
If you have so many people like helping you, man, you can really move mountains.
Yeah. So I would say the only thing I do is actually film, because it's hard to delegate me on camera.
Yeah. Literally the only thing you can't delegate.
It's literally the only thing.
Yeah.
But even with that, I've thought about how could I delegate the channel and like have co-stars? Could I have co-stars where they're just as good and, you know, they're putting out videos now.
Right.
So I'm thinking about that. But yeah, that and just big deals. I like negotiating big deals. I won't negotiate normal flips anymore, but hey, if we're buying a big apartment or like my dream home or my office, like I want to negotiate.
Nice.
All right. Saad asks, how much do you like to keep in reserves for personal/business?
I think
you don't have to give like an exact like a dollar amount, but like what percentage wise, personal life and business?
I feel like most of the money that you make should be put back into something. Everyone says 6 months of reserves of living expenses, right? Having that in cash. So I'd say most of your money should be put into assets, stocks, your business, self-improvement, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you really, unless you have like a super crazy lifestyle, you don't need that much cash on hand.
Yeah. I think when I see people that are super cash heavy for no reason, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And they're just kind of fearful of investing or whatever. For me personally, I have the majority of my cash. Like I have a lot of cash, but it's spread in my businesses. Because my businesses, dude, I mean, we've got hundreds of thousands. For sure, on all of the business combined, we pay out over $1 million a month.
Jeez.
So like we have to keep millions liquid.
Right.
But reserves wise for me, I don't even track it because I'm just like, my businesses should bring in enough. Like I should just keep turning it over. And if one business has a bad month, hopefully one of the other ones picks it up.
Yeah.
But I'm a big believer in, like you said, reinvesting that cash into your business, into stocks, whatever it is you think you're good at investing in.
Yeah.
And
I think it's smart to not have that much money in your personal bank account too, just so you don't spend it on like.
It makes you act differently.
Yeah. So, I think I have like $30,000 in my like main personal account. Yeah.
And you're just like,
and that's probably too much too for me. That's probably too much. Yeah.
I know that there's a lot of guys who say you should always go to zero. Like always get yourself back to zero so your back's against the wall and it makes you think different. And
paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, and I honestly kind of believe that to a degree because anytime that I've seen my bank account go low, which dude, here's the truth. Even when you're a millionaire, you can go broke because you just become illiquid. Right? And so I looked at it one time. I had bought so much real estate and I like went broke. And I was like, man, dude, how do I fund it? Like I shouldn't have bought that last deal because I needed those reserves. But it made me get creative because I was like, dude, what am I going to do to like fix the situation?
Yeah.
And so we started wholesaling. I threw an event. I'm like, dude, I need some money. So I threw one of my very first real estate events. This was like 3 years ago.
Okay.
And boom, instant 50K. And I was like, I should probably throw events more. Like that was pretty cool.
You're very good at that.
Yeah.
Events, right? Yeah.
So that led to a whole new business sector by going to zero. So I think that's a great thing. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this segment, make sure you go and check out my podcast with Charlie on my second channel because we talked about things like this as well as some other cool tips that you guys can use. So thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.